Hey, what's up, everybody? So, my curiosity finally got the best of me. Last night, I was watching VCG Construction, and every Friday night they do a live stream where they just pound on some cordless tools and put them through a lot of tests. And last night, they had Hercules against the Ryobi, the 20-volt Hercules. Well, I've been wanting to do this video anyway, and so I got to researching a little bit about the Hercules, and I never really paid much attention to them before. As far as the 12-volt line, I look more at the 20-volt line. And the 12-volt line, I actually did see somebody posted a coupon a while back. It was $69.99, but the cheapest one I could find was $84.99. So I took that coupon and I went to Harbor Freight and I bought this drill. Now I spent like an hour. I had to go to 2 different Harbor Freight. So this drill's like popular. It really is. And I got to the second Harbor Freight and I couldn't even find it. And I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. And because the next Harbor Freight was like a half hour away, which was further away from my house, so I'd end up having to drive like an hour and a half back home. But I got to looking behind the box and bam, somebody stashed one or they had one hid. So luckily I found one. But anyway, this drill at $84.99, and then you buy a 2-year warranty, it's $19.99 extra. So that's $104.99, $104.98 to be exact. Well, now a lot of people's going to say, man, you're factoring in the price of the warranty. You're factoring in, well, yeah, I'm factoring in the price of the warranty, because if I'm going to spend $100 on a drill, I want a warranty on it. If I got to buy it, then so be it. But I'm going to get a warranty on it. So I'm factoring in that price. You'd be a fool not to buy the warranty on it unless you absolutely just did not have the cash. You're spending $100 on this drill. You don't want 4 months down the road, bam, it breaks down, you need one. Now you got to go buy another one. Now you're out $200 because you didn't spend the $20. So I am factoring in the warranty. I'm going to factor in the warranty because you should purchase the warranty. It should come with the tool, but we'll get to that. That's not the point of this right now. Now, I had bought the Milwaukee M12 drills about a month ago, and for the M12 brushed Milwaukee drill, I didn't purchase it in a kit because the kit was slightly more expensive. So what I did is I just pieced it out. I bought the drill for $34. Actually, I paid $32. I just looked on Amazon tonight and it's up to $34, but when I bought it, it was $32. So we'll just go with $34 since that's what it's at now. $34, $30 for the battery, 2 amp hour battery, and $18 for the charger. So we're looking at $34 plus 30 is $64 plus 18 is $82. So even if we don't even factor in a warranty on this Hercules, this Milwaukee's cheaper. And you know, if it's worth more, then so be it. Then it's a better tool. I don't care what brand tool it is. I'm not loyal to a tool brand. They're not loyal to me. They make things for me to spend my money on. You know, if something were to happen to me, they're going to go on. I'm not loyal to them. They're not loyal to me. You know, I'm going to buy the best tool, period. Anyway, so normally in my videos, I always refer to Harbor Freight as the underdogs. Like, oh, we're going to have an underdog victory. I want an underdog victory. But bro, in this case, if we're talking about price, the Milwaukee's the underdog. So, I mean, will the Milwaukee beat the Hercules? We'll find out. Anyway, I'm just playing. So, now I also got over here M12 fuel drill. Now, a lot of people's, you know, it's going to go both ways. If you put the Hercules up against the brushed Milwaukee, you'll have one set of guys saying, put it up against the fuel. Put it up against the fuel. And then, so you put it up against the fuel, then you got a whole other set of guys saying, well, that's the fuel against the Hercules, so you can't win. But let me tell you why I'm throwing this in here just for fun. For this kit, I paid $152. It comes with an M12 drill with a 1/2-inch chuck, while the Hercules and the brushed Milwaukee come with a 3/8 chuck. It comes with a 4 amp hour battery and a 2 amp hour battery and a hard plastic case for $152. So why am I throwing it in here? It's pretty comparable. It's pretty comparable. It's $46 more. So I want to know, is this why this thing is worth $46 more than this Hercules, or more than this Milwaukee brush drill, or why it's not? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a piece of junk. We'll find out. But let's go ahead and get over here to this. But before we do, let me just say, I purchased these and I'm close to 1,000 subscribers now, so I'm gonna give one of these away. I'm gonna let you know how to enter later. We're not gonna do it this video, but one of these is gonna go to somebody and they're gonna be able to pick, not the fuel, I'm keeping the fuel, but you could either pick the Milwaukee, I'm gonna give you a 2 amp hour battery and a charger, or you can pick the Hercules and I'll ship it to you. And you can have it as my appreciation. But anyway, let's go ahead and get over here and look at these specs and check these out. We're going to look at them and we're going to go over some specs and we're going to drill a few holes. And I'm going to give you my impression on it. That's all I'm going to do. Let's do it. Now you can see here I bought this Hercules drill bit set too. And it looks like a pretty decent little set. And this bit right here is a 1/2 inch bit, but this shank will allow it to fit into these smaller 3/8 chucks. So that's pretty neat. And it also comes in this hard plastic case here. So I figured we'd give them a shot, and when we drill a couple holes here, I'm just gonna drill some wood. This claims to be able to drill into metal, angle iron, wood, plastic, but I'm just gonna drill wood, and I'll tell you why here in a few. But I also bought this Hercules paddle bit set. Now, this was like $14.99 or something. I couldn't find any coupons, but I figured, you know what, we'll try these out too. We'll drill a couple holes with these, see how good these work. We'll start off here with this Milwaukee 3/8 brush drill. As I said before, I paid like $32 for the drill, $30 for the battery, $18 for the charger. So I'm under $82, $80 or something into it. This comes with an all metal chuck. It's got 19 settings on it. It's a 2-speed drill, and it feels pretty good. The handles are a little fat on these. They don't bother me so much, but if you got smaller hands, these might not feel comfortable for you. But all three of these are going to have an LED light on them. And what I don't like about these two is the indicator for the battery is on the tool. And I don't know, if I don't have the battery connected, I'd like to be able to see if it's got any juice or not have to connect it. What I also don't like about these is how the battery disconnects. You have to squeeze these two tabs and pull. And it's a pain sometimes, especially if your hands are slick. But I mean, I can get over that. That's it. Other than that, seems like a pretty nice drill. If you look here, I have the drill setting square. It sets up at a slight angle. If you're drilling horizontally like this, that angle will help you get more force on it. But if you have to drill straight down, then your wrist is going to be setting at an uncomfortable angle. So they both have their purposes. But these drills, for who they're made for, I don't mind the angle, because, and mostly like electricians or mechanics, these are small, compact, they have a little punch to them. So these have to fit, like say if you want to drill some holes through some studs or something, it'll fit in between the studs. You can get some force on it. You tilt it down, you got a little more force to it. So that's designed like that on purpose. So I don't mind that at all. But other than that, the specs on this claims that it drills and tightens fasteners 35% faster than the competitors. Don't know who the competitors are, but that's what they claim. Claims it has 275 inch-pounds of torque. claims that it has 400 RPMs on low speed and up to 1500 RPMs on high speed. It's a Jacobs chuck. As I said, I believe it's a Jacobs chuck. From what I could research, it is. If I'm wrong, let me know down below. So all in all, this sounds like it's pretty tough little drill. We're gonna find out. Now we got this fuel set here. We're gonna open this up. As I said before, this set comes with a 4 amp hour battery and a 2 amp hour battery. And man, just squeezing the trigger, I can feel the power difference compared to the brush version. It also comes with a 2 amp hour battery and a 30-minute charger. Then you get the hard plastic case. I actually like the Milwaukee hard plastic cases. I don't like the DeWalt hard plastic cases. But the Milwaukee plastic cases, they're pretty decent. I like the looks of them, and they're pretty rugged. If you notice, this as well sets at an angle, and as I said, that's what they're designed to do. Now the handle on this even feels fatter than the handle on the other Milwaukee. And as I said before, if you have smaller hands, this is probably not going to be comfortable to you. It's barely comfortable to me, and I have semi-large hands. I don't have the largest I've ever seen, but I have pretty large hands. This has 2, 16, 17, 18 speeds. Has the LED light as well. The indicators on the tool as with the other one. Now when I test these, I'm gonna put the 2 amp hour on that one too, because I'm not gonna give it any more advantage than it may already have. Let's check the specs of this fuel drill now. It does have a brushless motor. They call it the Power State brushless motor. They claim it's 55% faster. Faster than what? I'm not sure. There may have been an asterisk, probably compared to a brush drill. They claim it has 10 times longer motor life, 2 times more power, 4 times more run time. It also has Red Link Plus technology, which will prevent your tool from overheating and damaging itself. So it protects your tool. It claims to have 350 inch-pounds of torque. It claims to have 450 RPMs in low and 1700 in high. Comes with a 5-year warranty, both of them do. It has a Jacobs, all-metal Jacobs chuck as well. Now the brush version is a sleeve chuck. This is just an all-metal chuck. It's also a 1/2 inch, so it gives you more options of what drill bits to use. And the kit on Amazon right now is $154.99, and you get everything you've seen: the batteries, the charger, and the drill. So for about $50 more than the Hercules. Let's open her up and take a look. Come with your manual. Comes with a little bag here. Now, me myself, I'm not a fan of these bags whatsoever. They mostly end up in the trash for me. But if you like them, then you got you a bag. Comes with this, they call it a fast charger. And I think it claims it'll charge a battery, the 2 amp hour battery that comes with this, in an hour. And I can attest that the Milwaukee does charge a lot faster, because I actually opened these before to charge the battery so I wouldn't have to wait. And the Milwaukee's charge quite a bit faster than this. And I don't know the exact levels they was at, but the Milwaukee's finished a lot faster. This is the drill. And here's the battery. Now, one advantage I already see that I like about this is how the battery attaches. I don't like the other way where you squeeze it. I just like to push a button and pull. So I do like that. But as we spoke about earlier, where we talked about when this thing's setting flat, how the Milwaukee sets at an angle, but the Hercules doesn't. So that's going to give you less driving force horizontally, but will give you better force vertically. Make it a lot more comfortable on you, I should say. Now the rubber molding here, it looks pretty good. It feels kind of tacky, but it does look good. The handles are really slim, almost too slim for me. You can see this, see the motor running? That's what you get from a brush motor. And it does have the indicator on the batteries, so I do like that. It has 18 settings in 2 speeds, so they all pretty much have the same thing there. As you can see, like when you look at this is a 4 amp hour battery, and it's almost the same size as this 2 amp hour battery that comes with the drill. Size wise, you can see the Hercules is longer than the Fuel. But it's pretty comparable to the brush Milwaukee. So let's go over the specs here. All I could really find on this was claims it has 312 inch-pounds of torque, a 2 amp hour battery with a charger in the kit, and all metal gear construction. That's about in a Jacobs chuck. But it has a plastic sleeve on it right here. But that's just that's not a deal breaker. I mean, it's still a metal chuck. Now, what I really don't like about this right off the bat is how thin this handle is. I mean, I don't think that's going to be very rugged. I really don't. But other than that, I mean, it looks like a decent drill. It definitely looks really comparable to the Milwaukee. Now, I like this style battery more than that style in this case because it's more compact. But now you can get a look at what I was talking about really earlier as far as the angle goes on these guns. I don't like that the Hercules is just straight like that. With the batteries off, the Hercules is bigger than the Milwaukee brush version by a little bit, not much more. And it's pretty close. If you took the angle out, they're pretty much about the same size. So all 3 drills are pretty close to the same size. So now I'm gonna put the batteries in, and we're gonna drill a few holes, and I'm just gonna tell you how I think it feels, and then we'll discuss whether I think which drill I think you should buy. Man, I gotta give it to Harbor Freight. This looks pretty nice. They're doing their thing. A lot of people, you would feel proud to have this hanging up. A normal person, some people wouldn't. I'm not gonna say everybody, because there's gonna be somebody down below that's gonna say, "I don't have that crap." But this looks good. I mean, it really does. And then you got the drill bit case. I mean, it's pretty rugged. I got to give it to them. They're doing their thing on this. These things, they're gaining a lot of popularity with these as far as average everyday people wanting to buy these. It's giving them a chance. You know, these things look pretty nice. They do look cool. It's a nice color combination, blue and black. So they're doing their thing on this Hercules. I'll give them that. They come out with some good brushless tools. I like to check them out. But for me, in my own opinion, I wouldn't buy any brush cordless tools, just because you get more power with the brushless motor and you get more longevity. I'd rather spend a little more and have a better tool, but you know, we'll get into that later. I'm gonna just start with the Hercules, and I'm gonna start with the spade bits or paddle bits first, just because it's gonna be harder and I wanted to have as much battery as possible. And I'm gonna start off with the 3/4. See if I can get it in focus for you. We'll start off with the 3/4. We'll crank her down. Chuck feels pretty smooth with it. And we're gonna go on 2 on all of them. I'm not gonna go on 1. I'm just gonna go straight high power, straight on the highest setting, and we're gonna drill a hole. Man, did that like butter. I ain't even gonna lie. That was 3/4. That was way too easy for it. We're gonna do 1.25 now. That was way too easy. That's got some power to it. That's going to be 1.25 is too much. So we'll try 1 inch. Turn it around for you. We'll try 1 inch here. 1.25 inches. Just it doesn't have the guts to do it. Try 1 inch now. All right, it ain't wanting to do 1 inch either. It almost did it. I might be able to force it down through. Man, it did that 3/4 easy. I thought for sure it'd be able to handle more than that. Let's try this 7/8. Let's see what its limit is. I gotta tell you, this thing keeps shutting off on me. When I try to reverse it out, I don't know what the heck it's doing. I can smell it. See, like right there. Look, let me lean up where you can see the drill. There it goes. See, look. Pressing the button, it don't want to work sometimes. Like right now, it's doing nothing. It's shutting down on me already. It's doing nothing. It's too much for it. Shutting down, I'm pressing the button. What the heck? It's too much for it. I can smell it stinking already. It did that 3/4 though, like nothing. Let's drill another 3/4 hole with it. We'll crank it down. I'm gonna drill one more 3/4 with it. Shutting down. I'm overheating it. It's brand new, bro. It's brand new. I'm already overheating the thing. Now, we're going to go ahead and switch to the Milwaukee. You see full battery, and let me go ahead and just prove real quick that there still is a full battery on that. But I can smell it smoking already on the, I mean, it stinks. It stinks all to high heaven. Let's see if this Milwaukee will do any better. Starting off with 3/4, just like we did with the Hercules. Whoops, now I ran out of memory space. I drilled one hole with this, but it struggled. So let's try it. Let's try it again. I don't know how much of a shot. I won't know till I edit it, but I just want you to know, like, I ran out of memory space, but it did struggle the first time. This is 3/4. I'll tell you what, it did do the 3/4. Let's bump it up. I'll go back to 3/4. I'll do the same exact thing. I did with the Hercules. 1/8", big boy. See if this does anything or not. We know the Hercules wouldn't do nothing with it. This won't do it either. So the Hercules is not alone. Let's go to 1 inch. 1 inch. Well, it made it through it, but it was hard. I probably could have forced the Hercules too, but it kept shutting off. So it was dry. It was aggravating me. I mean, I'm pressing the button back and forth and it's doing nothing. So now we're on a 7/8. See if it does 7/8. Yeah, it did the 7/8. Struggled too. I mean, these are pretty comparable. The two brush drills so far are pretty comparable. The Hercules, the first time, did do this 3/4 a lot easier, but this is yet to shut down on me as far as when I press the trigger, it doesn't do anything. The Hercules kept doing that over and over again. This is hot. It doesn't stink like the Hercules stunk though. I mean, it stinks. I can smell it. All right, we're back on 3/4 again. I'm gonna see if it does any better this time. Found its legs that time. It did it pretty easy. Stopped there at the end. But look at this. That was a brand new battery. I'm down to 2 already. Wow. Just off drilling them holes. So that was not impressive. down to 2. You seen it was on 4. I just put a new one in just to be a little fair, but we're obviously see so far that Hercules 2 amp hour battery drilled the same amount of holes, and it's still at 3. And that went down from 4 to 2, so it went half. I tell you what, I won't even switch. Let's put this back. I won't even switch. Let's see how long this thing will last. Now let's break out the big boy here. Got this on. As I said, this comes with a 4 amp hour battery, but we're just going to use 2 amp hours. But I might do some 4 amp hours, but that'll just be for fun, because we're not going to compare the 2 battery sizes, because amp hours are how long the battery lasts, but it will also deliver more power. All right, 3/4. We'll start just there. 3/4. Same thing we did. We're going to go through the same hole sequence. Got stuck at the end. Now, if it does this 1 1/8 inches, then we automatically have the winner as far as drilling these holes right here. So let's see if it does any better than the Hercules or the other brushed Milwaukee drill. Hold on. I got my setting wrong. No wonder. That was my fault. So it will do the 1 1/8 inches. I had it set on slip. It wasn't gonna go. Let's see if it does. You seen it did the 1 1/8 inches when I bumped it up to all. I had them all on high. Let's go to 1 inch now. We're on high. Did 1 inch too. Seven eighths. 7/8, no problem. I'll tell you what, man, this thing got some power. I can feel it. It's jerking me around. We're back at 3/4. Butter. Tell you what, we got a bigger bit here. We got 1 1/4 inches that we didn't even try on any other one. Let's see if this sucker can do it. I'm gonna have to come back here and make sure. Let me raise it up a little bit. You see 1 1/4 inches here. Come back here a little bit because I'm running out of room. Scoot up. All right. What the hell? I don't know why I keep accidentally hitting the switch. Even did the 1 1/4 inches, man. And what we can see here, look at our battery life's at 3, so we did lose 1. We did do a couple extra holes, but it's a lot better than the brushed Milwaukee. So that's pretty impressive. But I mean, I didn't expect no less than for that Milwaukee fuel to outperform these tools, because that is more of a professional tool. These might claim, you know, the Milwaukee brush doesn't claim to be a professional. Hercules claims to be a professional tool. It's a professional looking tool. It's not going to perform as good as one of these tools. I mean, it's not going to. That doesn't mean that this is a bad tool. It just means that it's not a professional tool. But it's a good looking tool that a lot of people might enjoy having. And if you want to get it, then so be it. Now, so far, I got to say, this, even though it's more expensive than the Milwaukee, this is probably better than that Milwaukee. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to do one more 3/4 hole with the Hercules just to check it out. Butter, baby. Butter. Let's do another 3/4 with this junk Milwaukee. It stopped at the end, but it did it. This Hercules is running hot. I don't have a temperature gun, but I can, just the feel of it, they're both hot. But just the feel of it, this probably is a little hotter, and it stinks. But that could be just something burning off for now. It may not always stink. We're gonna drill some holes with a 1/2 inch drill bit now, like a Milwaukee, or I mean a Hercules drill bit with the 3/8 shank here. Starting off with the Hercules, and we're still on 3 Hercules batteries, bro. I mean, they was even seeing that on VCG last night. I mean, these things are lasting, and I can see it now. Let's drill a couple 1/2 inch holes here. It didn't do bad. Didn't do bad at all. Let's see. Oh, we're finally down to 2 though. We did it. We took a bar off of her. Now the Milwaukee, back still on 2, 1/2 inch. We're gonna drill 6 holes just like we just did. I mean, it did it, but you seen it struggled. So did the Hercules, though. Now, we see we're on 3 still with the fuel. So the fuel's lost 1 and the Hercules has lost 1. Let's see if this is still on 2. All right, drill 6 holes with this now. No problem. I gotta say, man, I'm pretty impressed with that. I mean, for it being the price is too high, I think it should be. I think it should be regularly about $69.99. I think that should be the regular price for it, because $89.99, and that's too high for that. I mean, this here. Now, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you right now. These two are pretty close, but I mean, the Hercules did better. I mean, flat out. I mean, the battery lasted longer. It drilled the holes easier. You know, slightly easier. It wasn't like by a landslide. The Hercules is just way better than this tool. It is better. I mean, it really is. But this has a 5-year warranty. This has a 2-year warranty you got to pay for. So when I factor in everything, if I factored in everything, then I would buy the Milwaukee. If the Hercules came with a 2-year warranty for $69.99, I would buy that. I would definitely buy that. Now, this is funny. When I was researching some specs on this, man, I was down there. I will put it on the screen real quick. But I was down at the bottom, man. Harbor Freight's got the Bears video down on the bottom promoting these tools. And you know, I'm not hating on them. Congratulations, congratulations. And I mean, Harbor Freight, man, when I did my first couple videos, they started following me on Twitter. I did improvements to the Harbor Freight 5-door tool cart. If you haven't seen that, bam, about to put it up top. And then I also did ultimate improvements to my tech cart. If you haven't seen that, bam, there it is, 2 in a row for you. But you need to watch them. They're pretty cool. But they was following me anyway. And then I looked, and I guess the last string of videos I did, they done quit following me. They didn't like what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? But but the Bear, man, the Bear's a good dude, man. He really is. I mean, he really, really is. And I'm glad he got that spot. I mean, for them to put, he likes the Harbor Freight tools. And I'm gonna tell you what, buddy, he did a video similar to this where he had the DeWalt there too, and he was right. The Hercules is slightly better than that. I don't know about the DeWalt. I don't have that here. But I'm speaking on what I got here. The Hercules is slightly better than that. But when I factor in price, $80 with a 5-year warranty, $104 with a 2-year warranty, this wins, hands down. Drop this $69.99 with a 2-year warranty, you'll have a lot more people buying this. I guarantee that. You'll expand yourself. But actually, I take that back. You will have a lot more people buying it. If you really want to get some expanded to your prosumer marketplace you're looking for, you got to come out with some brushless tools, and not the same price as these. They need to be cheaper. You're going to have to lose money at first to get customers. Nobody's going to switch up from this. I mean, you've seen. I mean, this is a monster compared to these. This is in a league all by itself. It just dominated everything. Comes with a 5-year warranty, $152. Now, granted, it's more expensive. You're right, or I'm right. Whoever's right. But let me tell you. Let me just tell you real quick. If you are looking for a drill, 12-volt drill, then unless you need it today, don't run to Harbor Freight and spend $104 on this. Save up another $50, man, and get this. You get the 4 amp hour battery, you get the hard shell case, you get the charger, you get the 2 amp hour battery for $152. So you're getting an extra, you're basically getting a hard shell case and an extra 4 amp hour battery for $50 more. And you've seen the performance. I can't make that stuff up, man. I can't make it up. This thing is a monster. I mean, I ain't no telling. I mean, I could probably run a lot more tests, but I mean, just what I did, we seen where these two struggled, and we seen where this excelled. I couldn't even make the other ones even drill the 1.25 inch holes. I couldn't even get it down past hardly nothing. I made the Milwaukee. I forced it through the inch hole, and I probably could have forced the Hercules through the inch hole, but it kept shutting off on me, and that's another thing that's annoying. Like I said, this is better, hands down, just because of the price and the warranty. in the performance compared to that. This was slightly better in the performance sector, but not good enough to justify it being $20 more than this, period, point blank. If anybody else says that it is, then that's their opinion. There's nothing, I'm just giving you my opinion right now. People's gonna get mad. If you bought the Hercules, I'm not dogging you. It's not a bad tool. I'm not dogging nobody, man. People get angry. They get upset. Like, oh, you didn't pick my tool. Then they get down there and they get mad. They start, calling, some people even resort to name calling. And I don't mind constructive criticism. And I'll come back and I'll be a man about it, and I'll talk to you like a man. But if some of these guys, man, they come out with some off the wall stuff, and I gotta wonder about these guys. Like, what kind of men are these, man? What kind of men are they? I have no idea. Not the type of men I want to be around. But if you met them in real life, they'd be a completely different person. The internet gives them the ability to hide and to talk and to be who they would be, who they would want to be, who they want to be if they weren't such cowards. That's just my opinion. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you prefer. Let me know what you want. And don't forget, let me get rid of this. Don't even think about it. Don't forget, somebody can have one of these. Stay tuned. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you don't miss how to enter. I'll send whichever one you want to you. You want the Hercules? You can have it. I'll ship it to you. Not a problem. So, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy.